I'm the Vacuuminator.
I'm Buster.
And this week in Toku, we're going to be discussing the last show of the year! Yay! We did it! We did a whole fucking year of this. Holy God.
Yikes. Well, technically, we didn't do anything in January for 2021, but who cares?
Yeah.
All the shows are wrapping up.
Well, I'm gonna count, because there's seasons when you upload this shit to Anchor, which is our podcast sharing app. So I'm gonna count the seasons as years. So this is the TWIT season 1 finale. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna be the cliffhanger? Buster, am I gonna die at the end of this? Am I gonna fucking die?
I hope not. Otherwise, I would be doing this unscripted myself, and that would be horrible because I am horrible.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. I'm safe. I'm safe for now.
Yeah, you're a necessary evil.
Oh, I'm a Kyle Higgins comic book event.
Aw, dang. No, that's a Ryan. No, was that Ryan Perry? No, it was Ryan Perry. Yeah,
no, that is Ryan Perry. God damn it! Don't worry. We'll have a new guy to yell at in a couple months.
I mean,
that's not in the news this week, but there's a new writer taking over the Power Rangers comics, which we never fucking talk about on the show anyway.
Mostly because they're mid.
Ooh.
Look, they started great, but then they got mid. But yeah, Ryan is still writing Power Rangers. It's Matt.
Oh, so they're gonna go back to the old tag team format from back when it was Ryan and Kyle.
Yeah, and Matt has worked with Kyle, which is why I'm a bit hesitant on the writers.
Every comic book creator has worked with every comic book creator at some point. The industry is very small and slightly incestuous.
Okay. Anyway, enough about comic books. So let's get into the Toku news.
Well, first of all, Buster, how have you been this week? How was your holiday period?
I don't celebrate Christmas. I gifted my friends some games.
Wait, how come I didn't get a Steam?
Because you're not a gamer.
Oh, that makes sense.
How was your holiday?
It was fine. It's fine. We did family shit. My dog got out both days surrounding Christmas, so that was fun. She's an escape artist. I'm gonna have to get an electric.
A disaster.
It really depends if you keep the right doors closed or not, because she is one of those dogs that likes to get into the trash if left unattended.
So you could say they're the trash dog?
Exactly. That is an exact term that describes that condition. Thank you. You're good at it. You know what else is good?
What?
Modular Media! Everybody, if you're listening to this podcast, please give us a like, comment down below, subscribe, ring the bell in order to enable notifications, and get every Modular Media podcast as they're uploaded to YouTube. If you're listening on an actual podcasting platform, please follow us there in order to help us out with those algorithms, and keep up with everything and anything that we're doing by following us on Twitter at The Modular Media and joining our subreddit r/Modular Media. But that's all the senseless shilling I have to do for this week. So let's hit right into the news. First thing, I don't actually have an article for this because I think we're the only fucking people who cared. But Nickelodeon aired Power Rangers for the final time this week.
Yay!
Our long national nightmare is over.
I know, Netflix ain't better. Netflix, they do some screwy stuff too. But, I think they're, a slightly better home. More exposure, easier access.
They're better at marketing and producing stuff, anyway. You don't feel like if something gets lost in the shuffle on Netflix, it's because it was bad.
Or, a lot of bad stuff still gets Cowboy Bebop live action.
Mm-hmm. But even then, people were... I didn't see anybody who was super gung-ho about the Cowboy Bebop live action show. I saw everybody going maybe it won't be bad. Oh no, it's bad. It's bad. Okay. Well, that settles that then.
Well, that's technically a toku, but that's all.
Oh god, should we have covered that?
No! But anyway, so the Nickelodeon era is over. Can we talk about how many?
What was the last What was the actual last episode that aired? Was it a brand quote unquote brand new episode or? Okay, wow, that's a way to go out.
Yeah, way to piss out. And I love. Okay, here's the funny thing. So right now, the Nickelodeon social media is doing best shows of 2021. Dino Fury is on there, and I'm you don't even care about the show anymore. What the hell? It's I'm pretty sure it's a case of one hand not knowing what the other hand's doing.
That and maybe that graphic was designed months in advance.
Who knows?
Jesus. Well, in any case, I watched Power Rangers on Nickelodeon a grand total of like 3 times. So like, yay. I've always been more of a watch shit on my computer kind of guy. And the Nickelodeon streaming service, its website, watching episodes on there was always such a pain in the ass.
Pretty
I would
sure
only,
it wasn't even Pater in the ass when Dino Charge got like a early premiere. That's like one of the only
that's
cool.
one of the free times I watched. I live watched that with a friend.
Yeah, like that was an exciting moment. Like I want to get those exciting like, oh, something just dropped again, and I think Netflix could provide that.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll see.
yeah,
We got to figure out how those drops are actually going to work first.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll just be half of season 1 and then half of
Hmm.
the rest. Like then again, I'm just speculating. I'm a crazy man. I'm not.
Hey, oh God, I was trying to remember his name. The guy from the Transformers team who transferred over to Power Rangers this year. If he's listening, at the next Fan First Friday, please explain to us how Netflix is going to work.
Please, I'm pretty sure they will. But like then again, Fan First Fridays have been disappointing me for the last 5 times.
Because you
That's
expect
like,
too much.
I know,
You expect the Marvel Legends team to suddenly become the Power Rangers team and jack you off every single
no,
time, and that's not going to happen. Okay, the Marvel Legends team are special people, and they have their special brand, and we are not their special brand.
I
Okay,
was expecting a Nintendo Direct, okay? That's my only frame of reference for these live stream events.
that's even worse actually, because
Yeah, I don't get.
Nintendo is like a whole company. We are a department of a company to Hasbro.
Yeah. Anyway, Ultraman.
It's gonna be a new fucking recap show, obviously. Ultraman Chronicle D. Hey, Buster.
Yeah.
I bet this show got a nice D. I don't know if my editor is gonna cut it out or not, but Buster just gave the weakest fucking laugh in the world, and it was great.
Laughing hard. It's just my microphone is like not being good today.
I should have done that. I should have gotten you a better mic for Christmas. When's your birthday? I'll get you a better mic for your birthday.
I'm right out actually behind the scenes. I'm currently like setting up some new stuff around the computer. I actually have a new keyboard and mouse. I'm just gonna get upgraded. And also I have a new mic to go with it.
Oh, sick nasty farts. But yeah, it's gonna be this show is a recap show for Trigger and Dinah that'll start airing in a couple weeks. It's gonna be hosted by the alien that Mao voiced. I completely forgot Mao was even voicing that character. And a Monster Mash D-Ban, who is he's from Suffin. What is he from?
Let me look at him. I've actually not pulled up the article. Because I don't think I'm familiar. D-Ban, he hosts some Trigger recaps.
Oh, okay. Things I did not watch.
Same.
And this is a thing I definitely will not watch because this is just recaps of shit I've already seen or shit I would rather watch in full. Like I when they were doing that show for Z and Taiga, I tried watching that, or Tiga, excuse me. I tried watching that, but because they cut out Daigo, I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. I don't want to watch something where I feel like I'm missing something. I'll watch Tiga on its own at another date. And that's how I feel about this. You're not tricking me twice, Subaraya.
I mean, could they've done these chronicles every time Ultraman's off the. They've been doing it since X, like X or Orb. Like they've been.
I had no idea.
It's a whole thing. It's a natural part that comes with. Here comes the recap show. What's it gonna be about?
Gotta keep that time slot.
Yeah.
I assume.
That's the entire reason.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Hopefully this will be good. We're probably not going to talk about it, so you're gonna fucking watch it or you won't know.
Basically, it also basically confirms, yeah, Dinah New Generation is next.
Can you tell I'm ready for this year to be over? Like I'm fucking so what's the word? I'm so
apathetic.
Yeah, I'm apathetic this episode, and I didn't go into it meaning to be.
I'm stuttering over my words.
Anyway, let's do something we said we weren't going to do for a very long time, and let's talk about magazine scans, because the Kamen Rider Revice scans for January are in, and hey, spoilers, we're going to be talking about the Donbrothers scans in a little bit, and I felt it was only fair to also talk about the Kamen Rider ones. So Guy Fieri form, I'm excited.
Volcanic Rex, it's debuting next episode, which is like weird, because already? I guess it's like...
Usually that's how the scans work, is we get the scans and then the shit in them is, like, within the next 3 episodes.
I know, but, like we just got Barrett Rex. And we also get just mostly just volcanic wrecks. Oh hey, look at some stuff. And then we get to the final of the scam.
Wait. Vice in the blue suit. How you feeling about blue suit Vice?
It's a bit too bulky. I feel like Vice's suits are better.
It's in this week's episode, but we might as well talk about the suit real quick. Agelia got a Monster Mash form, and it's pretty good. I don't like the mishmash aesthetic of the Deadmans so far, but like this is probably like the least mishmashy of them, so I'm okay with it.
She has the best suit, but like everyone else is a bit gear when they shake.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this fucking hyper battle video because this has been a source of much joy and much anger. Much joy in the fact that the Kamen Rider build form for Revice, which is a repaint of Jackal into Kangaroo, it's gonna have a cute little plush Joey Vice in the tummy chest area, and it's very cute. And I like the big rabbit ears on the helmet. And the boxing gloves.
Generally, like a great tribute to build, which makes
I would love to have a figure of that form.
Yeah.
But then we get to because hyper battle videos are often very goofy as well. I haven't watched a lot of them. Actually, the only one I've actually watched subbed is Type High Speed, which is very good. Everybody go watch Type High Speed.
Yeah, Drive has some really good side.
But in this, there appears to be some sort of repeated different wedding combination gag with I forgot her name, the girl. Sakura, yes. How could I forget that? That's like one of the most common Japanese names. Jesus. But different combos of people marrying Sakura. You got George, you got Hiromi, and then you got Vice, who's in a wedding dress.
Before we get to that. First, the first yikes. She's 17.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but like Japan, it's like I'm not condoning, but also different culture. They're generally more okay with this kind of goofy sexual shit.
I guess, even in Japan. But let's do the Vice.
So Vice is in a wedding dress. He's cross-dressing, and then his normal face mask for a mouth is gone, and guess what they put in its place, everybody? Guess what is on Vice's face? Big red blackface lips.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was it's big yikes.
This is not big yikes. This is humongous yikes. This is jumbo wumbo yikes. This is good fucking god. Are you double? Is this a meta joke about Saburo? What the fuck? I'm mad. I'm legitimately mad about this, Buster. I don't usually get mad about this shit, but this is disgusting, honestly.
It is.
It like there's no way to know for sure because all the fucking Toku information comes third hand, but it feels like they saw the shitstorm that erupted on Twitter and just chose to put a little joke about it in a place where most people wouldn't see it.
Yeah. Now, to be slightly fair, I guess their intention was, big kissy lips because marriage. But still, the way they execute it and just with Saburo's background, that's a big yikes.
Also, Vice is a predominantly jet black suit.
Yeah, like there's blue outlines, but
Mm-hmm. On the bright side, Sakura looks really good in the suit.
Yeah.
Like good for her. She's pulling off some looks in these scans.
Yeah, and the show in general. That's just everyone was excited at first because the build form, look at the baby Vice, and then just this stupid.
It's not great. It's to quote
the hyper battle video.
If it gets subbed, I'll watch it.
Same.
To quote 2008 President-elect Barack Obama, it's not optimal.
Said that? I thought he just says I'm Obama.
No, there's a okay, so there was a thing. I think it was actually during when he was up for re-election. Because I've done this joke forever with people, and rarely do people pick up on it. I will just say it's not optimal in the same tone he did often. Rarely do people get it. But when he was up for re-election and he was going up against Mitt Romney, people get it. But when he was up for re-election and he was going up against Mitt Romney, there was a campaign ad that took a clip of him being interviewed on The Daily Show where he gets asked about the Benghazi attacks, And he's like trying to be extremely delicate about it, and his statement is just like his opening statement, because he goes on to say a bunch of other shit. But the first thing he says is, well, whenever you have a bunch of Americans get killed on foreign soil, it's not optimal. And they just cut out that clip, and they were like, this is the president we have. This is how he empathizes with the troops. Is this really who we want in the White House? Is one of those really big overblown campaign ads, and I always thought it was hilarious. Yeah. So occasionally I will, if I see something that's really bad as a joke, I will say it's not optimal. But moving on from that, you want to talk about something that does seem to be pretty optimal?
I don't know. Based on Twitter, I don't think it is optimal.
Well, fuck Twitter. Donbrothers looks cool, and there's a lot of fucking Donbrothers news, so I just, it's all fucking linked down in the description without titles or anything. First off, we gotta look at the first mecha that I believe is going to be primarily used in Zenkaiger, which is Don Zenkaio, which is a combination of the Enya Raidon, excuse me, and Zenkai Juren, and it looks fine. It looks neat. I like it.
I will say it looks better than than most of the Zenkaiger mecha.
Yeah, the Zenkaiger mecha have not been great.
I mean, like the first. I mean, it's not that they're bad. It's just they're not the best. You know?
They started off strong, but they just didn't really go anywhere neat.
Yeah, the Two Kaiser mecha was such a.
Mm-hmm. But let's talk about some toys, because we got a whole bunch of clean HD images of the initial wave of toys, which is basic Change Hero series figures of all the characters, the Changer gun, the DX mecha, and the buckle, and the sword, the big cool rainbow. So people have been down on this sword. I think this sword looks fucking dope. I love it.
Sword. Not big, like the Changer. I like the sunglasses, but I feel like the yellow is a bit much.
Yeah, I don't like the Changer itself. I feel like it's like the excuse me, the Gear Tlinger is great because it feels like this perfect fusion of ultra goofy and badass. This feels like you're cranking the goofy up a little too much.
The sunglasses, I just cram a bunch of sunglasses. It's Ghost 2.0 up in here.
It is worth pointing out. Oh no, I was gonna say it's weird. Some of these figures, they're the CAD model renders. Because that's been a thing ever since the pandemic. Is some toy companies will just send out CAD model renders as the box art instead of actual pictures of the figures. And that seems to be the case with every one of them except Don Momotaro. Don Momotaro, it's an actual picture of the figure.
Well, that's probably because he don't care. We actually see package.
They put in some extra effort with that boy.
Actually, I never knew about these Change Hero figures. Might want to look into a third party to get me.
Yeah. Overall, these look like solid basic Sentai toys. Nothing particularly exciting me to the point where I feel like I'm gonna pre-order it, but it looks good. You know, it looks like stuff.
I'll probably pick it up if I actually.
Yeah. Speaking of the show, let's talk about the scans, because we have the first round of Donbrothers magazine scans, which don't confirm, but heavily hint at something I just threw out as a wild theory last week, because the fucking second page, Don Momotaro is punching Barashita the fuck out.
Yeah. And maybe, I have no idea what that means. Is that Stacy? I don't think it is.
Don Momotaro is Stacy. Don Momotaro is Stacy. It's happening.
I don't know. It could happen, especially last episode, but the voice sounds different. I don't know. I don't think it is Stacy based on.
We'll see.
Yeah, but that's very.
We got a clearer look at the suits. We didn't really go into the individual team members too much. How are you feeling about everybody? Because there's been a lot of discussion about these fuckers.
I love Pink. Pink is my favorite one. I love the wings. I love the feet. I love how tall he is. I love him.
Slender Man.
Yeah.
Slender Man Ranger. Let's go.
Yeah, those are just really cool. I just think the shade of Pink. Probably my second favorite would be the other CGI one. I really like the I guess the
Inu brother.
Inu brother, the little Morgana cat dog.
I just see him and I think Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that literally, it looks like in that Sonic form, you would just create a character, just a Sentai pack. Oni Sister's my third favorite. I really like her suit. Like very, like looking at it, I wasn't like a big fan of it, but like looking at it now, it's like, oh yeah, that's really cool.
Just going by the personality, you can see with some of the poses in the scans, I feel like Oni Sister might be my favorite.
Also, I love Don like Momotaro like in the scan. I love how it's like he just has this fan and he's just like sitting on like the Blue's leg, and he's just like he just looks such like an egotistical bastard.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that might be a thing. Maybe the gear will give Stacy a huge attitude change.
If
It's Stacy. Shut up.
yeah, I was
Uh,
like, look at the weapons.
Saru Brother is cool. Saru Brother looks like a Kit Bash, but in a cool way.
Also, he has a red butt.
Mm-hmm. Good for him. We talked about the gun and the sword. They're cool in their own right, but I like the sword better. Y'all are crazy. The sword is cool. Trying to look for more unique things here. Oh yeah, the gears. The gears are
Different. They're red.
they're red. They've got a more spiky design to the actual gear
Like a
prongs.
shuriken.
Yeah, and the it's no longer molded and chromed relief drawings of the characters. It's just stickers.
That works. I mean, if you want to like save on like money and stuff, and also it looks neat. It's a different like aesthetic, and I like that.
It works. It's definitely different, but the same. But it doesn't excite me as much as the Sentai gears did, and not just because it's not individual Sentais anymore. Just like I liked the relief drawings and the chrome.
Yeah. Well, also it's just what else was like this is like the second time or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This is a bit weird. Is this the only time a Toku show has had the same gimmick season to season?
Like even Ginga S, was sequel to Ginga, had like a different gimmick. Like I think, like
wasn't it like one of them had spark dolls, the other had cards?
No, cards was Orb. No, Orbidax, I guess. I don't know. Even like this is a first for Toei.
Yeah. It's an interesting risk to have a series straight off spin off out of the other. Because the last time they did that was Black RX, and even then they didn't really do that. Black RX just kind of started. So we'll see how this goes.
Black made money. Let's do a sequel.
And then everybody was happy. Not.
The entire reason Shirokura's in Toei is because of.
Oh boy. I'm excited for Donbrothers. I think it's looking interesting, especially because today we found out that Kosuke Asi will be doing suit acting for Don Momotaro, and that's pretty exciting because that man has played some of the coolest writers and Reds of the last 10 years, I'd say.
Looking at his stuff,
he did Kamen Rider Vulcan. He was the main suit actor for Kamen Rider Saber. He did Juo Eagle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think Red Ninja as well, or Aka Ninja, excuse me.
Yeah, he did Saber and did Vulcan. Oh, he's even playing O's in the 10th anniversary.
He's done a bunch of monster mashes as well. That was all of his early work, was doing monster mashes.
Yeah, his first big get, it's a Juo Eagle.
Yeah, just cool because Juo Eagle is like. Don't get me wrong. I love some of my favorite Reds. I love Marvelous. I love Marvelous, but like Juo Eagle, he's the GOAT. Juo Eagle is the GOAT of Sentai Reds in the last like 10 years, I'd say.
Speaking of goats, we got Story.
Hey, is Don Momotaro a goat? Is that what you're implying?
No, it's just Inoue. Inoue's writing. Inoue's a goat. There.
All right, so here's the poorly translated plot synopsis for Donbrothers. Don Momotaro was placed in a peach-shaped capsule after born by mysterious hero to confront the approaching enemy. Saru brother, Kiji brother, Inu brother are companions imagined by Don Momotaro.
Tokyuger 2, baby!
I would love it if there's an episode where he just like loses focus and everyone but Kiji's sister disappears.
Oh yeah, like that's it. Actually, that's interesting because we like it makes sense to make why two of them are like very different because it's a semi-child's imagination. Although this does make me wonder. We'll get to it at Zenkaiger because of Donbrothers, but it makes me wonder how they're gonna handle the Zen. It's pretty isolated.
I wonder. Okay, let's make a crazy assumption here, and let's assume it's not Stacy. So, what if it's just fucking dad found the alternate universe and made the gear, and using the gear is just gonna summon Don Momotaro, and he's just stuck in the Zenkaiger world until the finale.
Could work. Like, it probably could be like a Don Momotaro from like episode 5 or something.
Yeah. Oh man. They haven't shown any of the face actors yet. They could totally pull a fucking Clash of the Red Rangers and have him be in suit only too.
Yeah, because we only see his voice, and maybe we'll see it at the end of next week's episode. But that's getting into Zenkai.
I feel like given that they haven't shown us the face actors yet, I feel like either they're not doing it because of that, or they're not doing it because it's Stacy,
Or like
and they don't want to
some other
spoil
random
the big
Kaito.
twist.
Or it's Kaito's dad.
Why would he give Kaito the gear if he's Don Momotaro?
He's a cheeky one.
Okay, alright. Well, let's talk about other cheeky things. Let's get into new episodes.
Yeah. Ultraman Trigger, New Generation Tiga, episode 22. Last game, except it isn't the last game, it's just something Ignis said. This would have been a good episode if the rest of the...
Yeah, this episode sucked ass because I didn't care about anyone, and the script entirely relies on me caring about these characters and them having an incredibly powerful friendship, which they totally don't because there's been next to no bonding.
Yeah, I mean, there is, like, slight bonding, but everything just feels so underdeveloped. At least Hundram got a pretty...
That was okay. I like how he gets beaten up and then is killed by his allies who he just betrayed. That was pretty good.
That's great.
What I didn't like though is how Kengo's basically a big fucking idiot this whole episode. Like, he literally does a big fucking idiot thing and presses a button that says do not press and is an obvious trap, and then he has to spend half the episode fighting a big dumb kabuki monster that I hated.
Not great.
Like, Kengo's a goofball, and he's optimistic to a fault, but I've never gotten the impression that he's supposed to be an idiot until this episode.
Maybe they're just, like, running out of... I mean, they already ran out of steam after episode...
Mm-hmm. I do like... Akito's character at least felt a little consistent, I'd say. Like, I like how when he runs in and just shoots the fuck out of Hudaram, he looks at Ignis and is like, if you're gonna kidnap her, at least take care of her.
Yeah.
Although, I'll admit, I completely forgot his parents were killed in a monster attack. When that flashback happened, I was just like, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's the little girl from Gamera.
I just, like, I mean, it looks pretty, but that's all. If I actually cared...
Yeah, it's not a great episode. It doesn't even have an amazing effects to fall back on like the last couple episodes. All the effects in this episode was a lot of green screen.
That's not even a bad thing. We're about to get a fight, but like it wasn't. I don't know. Like, I think it was just too dark. They were just like a bit like, oh, just to save our energy for finale and stuff. I didn't really care for this. It was
not optimal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna be the episode.
It's not optimal, and I'll just put a picture of the dad looking upset at Kaito. That'll be the fun.
Anyway, let's get on to a new show. I mean, this is technically like a preview. Ultra Galaxy Fight: The Destined Crossroads Prologue. Shall we explain what Ultra Galaxy Fight is?
Ultra Galaxy Fight is Koichi Sakamoto's pet project in the Ultra universe that takes place entirely on green screens in space locations. And it's fucking dope.
Yeah. I actually caught up with Absolute Conspiracy and
what'd you think of it? What did you think of it? Tell me. It's
pretty good.
Yay!
I love Zet's part in it. It was nice, just like Tartarus doing some time travel shenanigans. Like, I was like, ooh,
how'd you feel about Reboot and Grigio's focus episodes?
Oh, they're pretty good. The Grigio, like, I'm honestly, like, I like her more when she wasn't an Ultra, but you know, she's fine as.
Even though I haven't seen Rube, I have really gotten into Grigio as like a my daughter kind of character. Like, she's adorable but badass, and that's what I look for in a my daughter type of character.
I can see that. I just prefer, like, I have the connection with Rube, and I like that she's getting focused. I just like kind of miss when a regular fella.
Don't worry, I'll watch Rube eventually, and then we.
Yeah. Yeah, this was basically like a recap and like / let's get everything ready.
Which is why I didn't actually watch it. As soon as somebody told me it was a recap, I was like, oh, I don't need to watch that. I remember it.
But it still happened. It's a thing. Like,
I'm looking forward to the first proper episode is coming out next week.
I think maybe like at the beginning of the year. So it's probably gonna like lead with Trigger. I'm Trigger, and I am very excited to see more Zet. But yeah, this Ultra Galaxy Fight's very good. I would recommend. There's also English dub. The English dub frustrated that not all the other Ultra shows, but I do get why Galaxy specifically, because one, it's tube, and two,
It's easier to swallow because there's no lip flaps.
Yeah, that too. It's probably like just like I'm pretty sure they were producing the dub and the.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to superhero time. Kamen Revice, episode 16. Feelings to protect the era of the Igarashi siblings. Pretty good.
Yeah, this was solid. I mean, if you're gonna compare it to other Christmas episodes, it's pretty weak because like the someone does die, but
Like,
it's a nobody.
I mean, it's not nobody. It's someone we've known since episode 1, like the Chameleon Dead Man, aka
Secret asshole Commander Man.
Yeah. Although he did I don't think he's coming back because his Twitter his actor like until next time. Like, oh dang, maybe
I have stopped trusting those. Like even when they post flowers pictures, I don't trust those anymore because they did that with Kyria, and then he came back from the dead in X-Aid.
Oh, and Graphite. Yeah, so yeah, he'll probably come back for an arc.
Yeah.
I kind of wish he kind of got to stuck around more, but I do understand progress the plot.
I also love how like they did even more hinting at like, oh yeah, he hates his true face, and then you see him for a split second as he's dying, and it's like, yeah, if I had that bowl cut, I wouldn't want to look at myself in the mirror either.
Kind of weird how like Live gets like X8 Jackal form just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, fun. I didn't even realize that what was going on. I thought that was I thought he was just using the same stamp that Evil used a couple times.
He did form.
Okay.
Also, I feel like we're blitzing through. Like, I know it's like modern Kamen Rider, so that's pretty. But I feel like we're blitzing pretty fast. Especially
I gotta
another one next episode. I mean, I get it. Kamen Rider's the big money maker. Push as much toys because people like us will buy it anyway.
I did enjoy the little mini arc of this episode, though, of getting the mom to accept that they're all going to be Kamen Riders and it's going to be a thing. So stop trying to steal your daughter's driver.
Yeah, I mean it is a natural concern for the mom to have, and I really like the yay, we know what we're.
And as the battle goes on, she gets more and more hype about her kids kicking ass.
Yeah. Also, an insert song, "Go with the Flow." We'll get the full version in January.
Is that the one that's sung by the free actors of the siblings?
Yeah, spinning wheel.
Yeah, it sounded like it. I'm not digging it so far. I hope it'll be. I hope I'll like it when I hear the full version. But
I think what kind of threw me off is that there's so much noise during the fight. I can barely hear what it's about.
And they've all got different tones of voice, so it's kind of like they're clashing with each other.
Well, yeah, that's fine. You know, that's kind of expected.
I thought the Drive Boys harmonized really well.
Well, that's because they're all pretty boys.
Fair enough. Hey! You saying Daiji's not pretty?
No, I'm not. No, it just got like pretty boy, pretty girl.
Fair enough. I really dug this episode. I'm looking forward to seeing what the hell's gonna become of Commander Hiromi. Yeah. That was such a random choice. I would more so expect George to become the new commander than him.
Yeah, maybe it's part of like George's master.
He got the commander secret asshole out of the way. Now he has his own secret asshole puppet.
I wonder if we'll see more. I'm pretty sure, like, what they're gonna do with him. Is he still gonna fight? Because we haven't seen him in the scans.
He tried to transform this week, and it made him have a hernia.
So I think he's gonna like stay away. Maybe there'll be like a power up towards middle of the season.
Also, Green Boy's probably the big bad. They kind of hinted at that this week.
I'm kind of happy because I was like he was my favorite of the. I can't remember his name because I just bad with in general. But
they said it this week, but it was like a weird cluster of syllables that I couldn't repeat if you asked me to.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah,
whereas we have Helio and Algeria. That's relatively easy.
Yeah, kind of.
Speaking of Agelia, oh my god, her actress pulled it out this episode, freaking losing her shit over gifts.
Yeah, it's basically a continuation of what happened last time.
And then George steals it, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a rock." Just a rock.
And it's like he finds out it's a rock with the heart, and also the big twist: the dad doesn't have a heart. What the hell's going on with that?
I have a theory. Remember a few episodes when we saw Iki's self disappear from a family picture?
Yeah.
I'm thinking those things are connected, and my guess is Vice, Kagero, and Love Cobb are slowly sapping energy and like life force away from things that surround the Igarashi siblings. They're like they're like parasites.
Here's my dumb. Gifu is the Igarashi granddad.
Mm.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, maybe it's like, oh, the son, like, oh, the dad is the son of Gifu, and that's why he doesn't have a heart, and then he married and like passed down his to those people. Still have our evil dad story. That's
You think
my
it's a character we've never seen, and yet you think it's crazy that I'm saying Stacy is Don Momotaro.
no, different voice. Like also like that's a different personality.
He's changing his inflection. Plus, remember that motherfucker auditioned to be Zenkaiser.
Yeah, good point. But like the character-wise, actor, maybe if it's just like an alternate version of state, like they could use that actor, but it's an alternate.
Stacy, it's you from a universe where you're happy. Now go die.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. But yeah, that's my theory. Igarashi granddad. Let's go.
All right. Dan Igarashi coming soon to a common writer near you.
Or,
Oh my god. I just realized this show's gonna end with fucking Iki fighting Common Rider Gift, isn't he?
Yeah, it is. Or like, I think it's actually gonna end with like Vice.
Hmm.
It would actually be. Like,
That would be preferable. That would be preferable, actually. Give me that sweet drive versus heart action.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Okay, there'll be like a big boss, and then there'll be like a 0-1 style. Oh, I gotta fight my friend.
Yeah. All right.
Sentai?
Sentai?
Yeah, Sentai. Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, episode 41. The noodle rabbit hole goes deep. What did you think?
I liked this episode quite a bit. I feel like this is filler done right. This is filler with a little bit of killer. Like there's some plot in here. There's some character progression. There's some stuff going on. And it's still
funny.
Fun, goofy.
Yeah, it's one of the funniest Senkaigers in a while. But also, it's like, oh, I get to see like Kaito hang out with his dad and them being happy. And, like,
I deadass busted a gut when he goes, actually, I like ramen.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I like the entire civil war between the city and the
It felt like a proper gang war was about to erupt, and that was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, very fun episode.
But all the stuff with the dad, like expanding on his character and using it to show, like, oh, this is where Kaito gets it from.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And then having him actually do some dad mentor type stuff. Of going like, hey, you did the right thing, you saved me, but if you think Stacy's in trouble, you should go help Stacy. Also, here's a gear that Stacy might need.
Yeah. Still on the Stacy is Don Momotaro.
I'm not gonna let it go! I'm not gonna let it go until proven otherwise!
Okay. Fair. That's the two big theories of the episode. Stacy is Don Momotaro and Igarashi granddad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was like a fun episode. That's what I like. Wacky, fun bullshit side of good character. Although I feel like we're kind of past the point of Kikainoids getting development because it's now all about Kaito, which I don't mind, but
they are who they are.
Yeah, it's fine. They have personalities. They're pretty good persons at that. They're likable.
Now we're in the 40s. Let's start killing some generals.
Oh yeah, like we haven't. That's my problem. That brings up another problem. Like it just feels like nothing's progressing. Feels like at times like we're finally getting some progression, but it's only in the 40s.
Yeah.
Why haven't any generals died? We haven't even got any new generals like outside of the like Kaiser, but then now he's defeated. But
like I've enjoyed this show, but there has been a lot of filler and not much killer.
Yeah, I mean I get that's a Sentai. Character wise, I feel like they're the little things that can. It's still like a good 8, 9 out of 10. You know.
But that is all the episodes for this week. So why don't we go on to our big, bad, special, spectacular end of the year wrap up? Yay! Woohoo!
Right. So this is what I did. I went to the good people of Twitter.com. I made a Google poll and asked, "Hey, vote for 8 tokusatsu to be," and I'll put vote for the best tokusatsu series of the year. Now,
and you seriously put Waku Saber on the poll.
In my defense, okay, no, I forgot to put Gandhi. That's a big L on.
You didn't put Gandine on there, and you didn't put Carpio Man on there.
Oh god, Carpio Man's not serious stuff.
It came out. It was a thing.
I was planning to do a movies one, but like if I did do a movies one, I would put it on.
Okay.
Like this.
And let's face it, if you did a movies one, Tengo Kaiger would win by landslide.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so I did 8. I'm sorry I didn't put Gandine on there. I legit forgot that happened this year. But,
it has. It's been a while.
So yeah, and so let's go over the results. Tied for last place with 2 votes each. Waku Saver,
I feel like those people were memeing.
Yeah, those people were definitely memeing. And unfortunately, Dogenger's Nice Buddy is on the bottom pole. Now, granted, I still need to finish Nice Buddy, but come on.
I still need to watch any Dog Enders.
You should, it's good.
It's on my to-do list. I'll get to it eventually.
I mean, just be lucky I didn't put Girl Gun on.
Wait, you didn't put... this whole fucking thing is a fraud and a sham!
Look, I didn't want to suffer again. I didn't, because I know some people legit like it. I'm glad for you, but I don't need...
Listen, I'm not saying Girl Gun would have won, but it is bullshit that you didn't put it on here because it came out in this year.
And I guess I was more focused on... But in 6th place, with 3 votes, is Ultraman Trigger New Generation Tiga.
Accurate.
Yeah, accurate. In 5th place, with 6 votes, is Power Rangers Dino Fury.
I mean, like... I get it. There's not a lot of people who appreciate good Power Rangers anymore.
In 4th place with 11 votes is The High School Heroes. I'm glad 11 people are Chads. Yeah, congratulations.
It could be a higher ranking in my opinion, but not bad.
Yeah, honestly, I like as much as I like this next one. I want High School Heroes.
By the way, I'll just say it right now. I voted for High School Heroes.
Good. I like you.
Well, I fucking hope so, considering we've been doing this shit for almost a year.
In 3rd place with 14, this one kind of surprised me. Kamen Rider Saber. Yeah, like, I liked it, but I was like, nobody else likes it. I'm kind of an unpopular bit. I was like, oh, people like it? That's good.
Apparently.
Yeah. And
also, it had a finale this year. That probably gives it more strength.
Yeah, like, it actually... In 2nd place with 28 votes, Kamen Rider Revice. New writer bias.
Yeah, that's new hotness right there.
Yeah, new hotness. Probably should have. Gotta get those clicks. And the number 1 Tokusatsu series in 2121 as voted by all of you viewers.
2121? What fucking year is this?
2021.
Okay.
I misspoke. Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger with 29 votes. It barely edged out Revice. Pretty good.
Feels weird, but I'll allow it.
Yeah, this is I'm glad High School Heroes at least made the top 5.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
My personal pick would be High School Heroes. I think, like, in general, the best Twitch is High School.
Yeah, High School Heroes is fucking S-tier, Sigma male, god shit.
Yeah, it is, like, some of the best toku in our lives, even outside of this.
Worst thing of this year. What do you think is the worst? What is the absolute worst?
It's a tie between 2 things. Waku Saver and Girl Gun. Now, granted, we dropped Girl Gun.
I'm gonna say it's Girl Gun outright, because I couldn't finish Girl Gun. I at least got to the end of Waku Saber until the episode that I have to pay for. But yeah, I watched all of Waku Saber that was available. The Girl Gun, I got mad, and I was done with that shit after, like, the 3rd time we thought it was the last episode, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, which could have happened with Trigger if not, we just, like, oh, it's just, yeah, but, like, yeah, I think just Girl Gun just frustrated us, like, well, Waku Saber just bored us. And
Girl Gun was the fucking SAO of Tokusatsu, alright? It was bad.
Well, at least SAO has some redeeming quality the first few episodes. This had, like, barely...
It's not great.
Yeah. At least
I like
SAO's a successful franchise.
The Girl Gun opening is good.
Yeah.
That's the one nice thing. Let's say a nice thing about our worst show and a bad thing about our best show.
So I guess we both have to say something bad about High School. So we both have to say something good about Girl Gun. Girl Gun had...
I already said my thing about Girl Gun. Girl Gun had a great intro.
Yeah, I would also say that, but I'm also gonna say the makeup with good cosplay.
That's a low bar.
Yeah, so good character design. Let's put it that. The character design.
High School Hero episodes were often a little too long. Like, I get that it's a different format than Tokusatsu usually is, but I feel like that's the problem. I'm used to quick, compressed, let's go, storytelling, and High School Heroes would have long dialogue sequences. Not that I'm against long dialogue sequences in concept, but, like, in High School Heroes, I did get bored a couple times. It was all worth it in the end, but I got bored a couple times.
I would disagree, mostly because it was all well written.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was pretty breezy. If it felt, it's only 8 episodes. You're technically getting like 16 episodes. Break it down to regular.
Do we want to pick any other favorite things, like best suit, best song?
Best song would be from the Saber OST, Book of Power. I don't think that actually plays in the show, but it was in the soundtrack, and it's like, that's a banger. It's made by the same band that did Perfect Triumph Build. It's a banger.
Okay, I might listen to it. I'll be honest. I only listened to Perfect Triumph once, and I didn't like it that much. But that was a couple of years ago. My taste might change. We'll see.
Yeah.
Best song. I'm gonna go with. As much as it pains me to say this, Trigger's opening is still the biggest fucking banger I've heard in a
Oh
long
yeah,
time.
that's second. That's second. That's a high second.
Like that is a rare case of a tokusatsu song I will legitimately put on while I'm working out and just bust out all the shit and feel super powerful.
Yeah, I've been listening to it like all year. Like, yeah, I'd highly.
Mhm.
Um,
Best suit. Oh, that's hard.
I guess. Let me look. What? I guess I'm gonna pick. I guess I'll probably pick something for aesthetics. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Controversial opinion. Cross Saber.
Part of me wants to say two Kaiser, but I feel like that's a really cop out pick for me.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's the Go Kaiser. But for me, like, yeah, like for a final form, it is simple, but it's like a very shiny, cool. It's very pretty, and it helps that it's blue and different colors. So,
You know what? I'm gonna say Mito Hero from High School Heroes. Because it's all basically the same suit, and it's a really good suit, but I think the green trim works best.
yeah, that's valid. The High School Heroes, I think the villain suit the best for like updated Go Ray, but still felt very.
Yeah. Man, villain suit would be a different category for me, and I don't even know where to begin because I can't remember every Toku villain that appeared
Probably
this
just
year.
Caesar.
Oh, State Caesar is great. Jesus.
Also, Zenkai Dread's like I know like even though it's not my favorite Sentai aesthetics, it's like Zenkai Dread's still awesome. Like
I mean, if anything, Zen Kaiser is a suit people will be pointing at for years to come.
yeah, that's a definite. What else?
All in all, I would say pretty decent year. Not great, not terrible. Decent year for Tokusatsu.
I'd say if it wasn't for Girl Gun and Saber, this would be a legend. Because Saber and Revice have both been bangers. Ultraman. Actually, no. Ultraman would not. Like, if Ultraman was good, then I would say.
Yeah.
But Ultraman, sadly, like everyone was bringing their A game or at least B plus game. Ultraman, sadly,
Trigger was mid.
yeah. Remember when Trigger's the biggest? Was like, oh yeah, Zed was
Yeah.
so good. Let's go. And it's just like
Biggest disappointment. If that's the biggest disappointment, what was the biggest surprise of the year?
probably High School Hero.
Yeah, no. Within High School Heroes, fucking Trans Toku Hero. That was the biggest surprise of the year. Just that.
Yeah, I like with Power Rangers Dino Fury, like with Izzy, we kind of expected something like this to come eventually, but it was nice that we got it.
Like I was expecting a baby step this year in terms of that kind of representation, if anything. But instead, we got a fucking Buzz Lightyear leap forward.
Yeah, especially because we heard Izzy news and the Momo was on the same day, which was crazy. Like, whoa.
That was insane. That was a day where I had to constantly keep opening my phone at work, just like what's going on?
Yeah, that was such a. I was actually at the hospital. Like I don't know why, but not like.
It's because you fainted out of excitement.
I guess I was just like in a hospital waiting room.
Oh my god!
I'd give this year like a 7, 8 out of 10 in terms of Toku. Could be better.
I'd say 7 is a fair score. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like. And we didn't even mention Gandine, which actually got a video essay by about Disney. Kind of went into like, oh yeah, this is a pretty good show. It's not like my preferred kind of like. I still think The High School is the best.
Gandine is okay. Gandine in and of itself is a 6 or a 7 depending on the day for me.
About that video, it really puts
Maybe I will.
And unfortunately, it hasn't been the best year for legal releases, especially given the whole fans fiasco.
Hey, that's something we forgot to talk about during the news. Fucking 01 is on the Shout streaming service. Go watch it.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for.
Same. I want that disc. Give me that disc.
Give me those 6 discs.
Brian, give me that disc.
Is that a Family Guy joke?
No, Brian is the main rep for Shout Factory.
Oh.
Brian Suffing or other. I forget what his last name is. I talked to him at a Power Morphicon. I specifically asked him to give me Gokaiger DVDs, and he said maybe eventually.
Maybe he knew.
He knew at a time when Hasbro was nowhere near owning the franchise.
Yeah. He just had like galaxy brain power.
He fucking paused time, stepped into the future, stepped back, and was like, yeah, no, sorry about that. That's not gonna be a thing for a while, buddy. It's still possible. It's still possible it could happen within my lifetime.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we already got like Kira Major like bumpers getting.
Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't that a thing? But you know what's not going to be a thing next week?
The show.
Yeah, this show, because every fucking Toku show is going on hiatus for New Year's, and that means we are too. Like, there will probably be some news, but fuck it, we'll just cover it the week after.
Unless, like, well, what if they're just like, Hasbro just dumps a Power Rangers episode out of news and get out of our beds and record this?
No, better yet, Hasbro announces Power Rider coming in late 2022.
Oh, I think Shout has I think it's always been weird about the line. They're just basically handing it to like, Media Blasters, Shouts, anyone else. Just like they're like, hey, who wants it? Pay us money.
It's on a case-by-case basis. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. As long as it comes out, it's fine.
Yeah, but we're gonna be on hiatus as we get rid. Maybe we need to get like a new look. We have to get rid of this whole like look. We gotta have a.
Should I find a new stock photo?
Yeah, find a new stock photo. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, new stock photo for 2022. I promise.
Yeah. Should we wrap up?
Yeah, Buster. Tell the people who you are and where they can find your shit.
Yeah, hi, I'm Buster Corp. I do video essays. I recently released a technically impressive but kind of bad every Power Rangers episode review. But not every Power Rangers episode, like every Mighty Morphin episode. I'm not that insane.
Momotaro.
Yeah, MMPR. I thought it was okay. Please give it a like and view. I worked really hard on it. I sacrificed half of my December for it.
Buster?
Yeah?
Saying this as a friend, you need to get better life decision-making skills.
No, I don't.
Sorry,
I think my decision making was screwed up when I decided to do a YouTube and when I made a Twitter account at Buster.
Oh, well, that's for sure.
Anyway, show yourself. Show your fan of vernacular.
I'm the Vacuuminator. I've been on YouTube for 10 fucking years and I'm not successful yet. I made a video about it. It's called 10 Vacuuminator, a Tokutuber Carol. You can check it out by going to youtube.com/thevacuuminator and watching it. Watch it. Give it a like. Give it a comment. Fucking subscribe to me. Make that video wrong. Make me be successful, damn it. And then follow me on Twitter and see me tweet about every little thing I want to tweet about at the Vacuuminator. And follow me on Instagram where I post photos of dogs and toys at _Vacuuminator. And yeah, guys, that is everything that happened this week in Tokusatsu. And that's everything that happened this year in Tokusatsu. So, well, you know what? I might get only one opportunity to say this, because who knows if this show will still be around in another year. So, we'll see y'all back here to find out what happens next year in Tokusatsu.